Hello, everybody. It's Miho Walsh from the Asian Cultural Council. I am sitting in my bedroom in New York City as we are on pause and practicing socially distanced behavior. But I wanted to share with you a little bit about what I do with my kids every morning when we wake up. I live in Harlem in New York City on 150th Street. And there is an amazing work of art right outside my window. And this is what my kids and I look at every day. We wake up and we sort of say hello to the beautiful world outside. And we take a look at, I don't know if you can see, but there's a bronze sort of sculpture outside our window. And that is dedicated to Ralph Ellison. So Ralph Ellison, the author, who wrote many important works, but importantly wrote The Invisible Man, actually lived in the building across the street. And that's why we have this sculpture outside. I've been really grateful because through his story, I've been able to teach my kids about sort of what it means to be invisible and the plight of many people who are not seen in the world. As we do the work that we do in terms of cultural exchange, the idea of making the invisible visible happens through our grantees and through our artists. We often talk about building bridges in our line of work in cultural exchange, but I think building bridges is this idea from point A to point B. It's sort of the path between two separate entities. And I think for ACC, maybe a more appropriate image, if you will, or analogy is the idea of scaffolding. I live in New York City, and so there's scaffolding all over the place on every building. And there's scaffolding right now outside of my building. And when I think about what happens under scaffolding, when you want to reinforce something, when you want to make something stronger, when you want to fix something, in New York City, you put it under scaffolding. And when I look at scaffolding and I see all of these connections that hold up and sort of scaffold or really give support to a structure, I think of ACC. So ACC has created and supported and really enabled about 6,000 exchanges in the last almost 60 years. And every time we connect someone with another, across borders, across ideas, across fields, I feel like we build sort of a pipe in a scaffolding, especially in these times when there is so much hatred, so much bigotry, discrimination, xenophobia, isolation, lack of connection. The world's a fragile place. And it needs scaffolding, and ACC grantees provide that scaffolding. So to be able to think about ACC in the context of art and of connection and creating mutual understanding, respect, and empathy in the world, I feel very lucky to be able to wake up every day, look outside, see scaffolding, see this amazing sculpture by an artist named Elizabeth Catlett, and think about the importance of the work we do. And I invite you to join us in this. Thank you.